I don't think Ted's embarrassed at all. I think he's actually pretty excited about it. Our in-depth coverage continues now. Ted joining us right now has been at the forefront, breaking the story from the start, and as Jared just mentioned, quoted significantly in the New York Times. Some of the things that reporter Catherine Seeley quoted was, where you said it was one of the worst weeks of Governor Raimondo's governorship so far. Where do you think this thing really went off the rails last week, Ted?
You know, I think as we look back at what happened last week, I think they might have been able to survive the slogan. Yes, people didn't love cooler and warmer, weren't maybe sure what to make of it, but at the same time, if people had sort of some trust in the team putting this together, they might have said, all right, we'll give them a shot. But then it was really about competence and execution after that. We saw the Iceland video error. We saw the tourism website was filled with mistakes. We had the marketing chief being paid six figures not knowing what Gatsby days are, which is a big deal in Rhode Island. All of that, I think, really damaged public confidence in the people running this thing, so they had no reason to give them the benefit of the doubt on cooler and warmer, and that's why the governor had to act. So
you compare this to maybe along the lines of Governor Chafee's holiday tree fiasco when he was in office as governor, and that stuck with him the whole time he was in office. Do you think this controversy will stick with Governor Raimondo and maybe partly define her term as governor?
Well, you know, I think that remains to be seen. I think that's the risk she faces right now. I think that's part of why they tried to, maybe a little late, but they tried to get out in front by Friday afternoon when they announced the marketing chief had resigned and they were going to get some money back. I think, you know, sometimes these things blow over, sometimes they make a lasting impression. The problem for Governor Raimondo is this seemed to fit into a pre-existing narrative about her being somewhat out of touch with the concerns of regular Rhode Islanders, similar to when there was the big controversy over whether the flag should be lowered for Buddy Cianci when he passed away. You know, the governor's supporters are hoping that she and her team learn a lesson from this, are able to move forward, maybe make some changes. She does have 2.5 years before her re-election, but these kind of moments, as you say, they can stick with you.
All right, Ted Nesi, Mr. Worldwide on the World Wide Web today. Thanks for joining us. Go to WPRI.com, of course, to read Ted anytime, and we'll have much more on this story and bring you the latest developments later tonight on Eyewitness News, starting live at 5.